Hello, good morning everyone. Today I am going to take a lecture of probability and statistics, chapter number 12, basic statistics. So, in this chapter we will discuss the measure of central tendency, measure of dispersion, correlation, regression coefficient, correlation coefficient and rank correlation coefficient. So what is the measure of the central tendency? So in the basic statistics, the measure of the central tendency means the central tendency of a distribution is an estimate of the center of a distribution of values. Okay, so in the measure of central tendency, we have the five types of the tendency. Number one is the arithmetic mean. Second one is the median. Third one is the mode. Fourth is the geometric mean, and fifth one is the harmonic mean. Okay, so in this chapter, the measure of the central tendency, we have the three main types: the mean, median, and mode. Geometric mean and harmonic mean is not included in your syllabus. Okay, GT syllabus. So here, what is the mean, median, and mode? You have already seen it in the middle class. So what is the mean? Mean, that means what? For finding the mean, we have the two types of the mean. First one is the ungrouped data and second one is the grouped data. So we have already seen in the middle classes the what is the mean, what is the process of finding the mean. Mean, that means first we add all the values divided by the number of terms. This is the mean and this is the ungrouped mean. Okay, so here first we find the mean, that is the arithmetic mean. For example, we have the n terms x1, x2 up to xn. We have the nth values. So what is the mean? Mean, that means first we write the x bar. X bar, that is the arithmetic mean. So x bar is equal to summation x, that means we write here summation xi, where I is equal to 1 to n divided by the number of terms. So we write here 1 by n. Okay, that means we write here in the simple form, this x bar is included in your correlation coefficient, regression coefficient, line of regression. So always you write here x bar is equal to summation x upon n. That means what? Don't be confused here. First you hide the summation. Okay, first you hide the summation. After that, you see here, right here only the x. Okay, so first we have the column of x. So first you add all these values with the column of x and divide it by the number of terms. Okay, so this is your x bar, and this is the pattern of the ungrouped data for finding the arithmetic mean. Got it? And for finding the grouped data. So what do you mean by the grouped data? Grouped data, that means what? We are given in the term of x1, x2 up to xn. Got it? And according to this, we have the frequency f1, f2 up to fn. Got it? That means what? Here we are given in the value of x, x1 to xn, and here we are given the value of f according to x1 corresponding f1, x2 corresponding f2 up to xn corresponding fn. Okay, so here for finding the mean, so x bar is equal to x1 f1 plus x2 f2 plus up to xn fn. Got it? And the divided by is what? Here we are find the only the column given in only the x form. Okay, so what is the process of finding the mean? Mean is equal to, first we add all these values and divide it by the number of terms. This is very easy process. Okay, but in case we are given in the value of x and corresponding to value of f. Okay, so first you multiply x1 corresponding f1 plus x2 corresponding f2 up to xn corresponding fn. Got it? And what is the divided by? Here we divided the number of terms, small n. But here divided by the f1 plus f2 up to fn. Okay, so always keep in mind, if in a question given in only the x form, okay, so divided by only the number of terms. Listen carefully. Only given in value of x, so divided by the number of terms. That means small n. Okay. But if a question given in the x and f both, okay, that means we are given in the value of x and according to this x we are given in the value of f. That means the frequency. So always keep in mind, in the denominator form, you write here the sum of the frequency, not in the number of terms. Okay, always you write here the sum of the frequency. That means this term we write here x bar is equal to summation fx. That means what? Sum here all these values and divided by the summation f. Okay, so summation f we write here or capital N. Sometimes in the textbook we write here the summation f or capital N. So don't be confused. Small n, that is the number of terms. Okay, and the capital N is the sum of the frequency. Got it? So here summation fx, that means what? So first we are given in the column of x. After that we are given in the column of f, that means the frequency, and after that we mark the column of f into x. So don't be confused. Sometimes we are given in the value of, for example, x is equal to 1, 2, 3. For example, and corresponding value f is 10, 20 and 30. Okay, so sometimes students write here the sum of the x is what? 6 and the sum of f is what? 60. So sometimes the value of f student write here 360, but this is the wrong way. Why? So don't be confused. Always you hide the summation. What is the process? Always you hide the summation and see here carefully. You map the column of f into x. That means what? First we map the column of f into x. That means 1 into 10, then 2 into 20, 40, and 3 into 30, that means 90. Okay, and after that you sum here, that means 140. Okay, so here summation fx is equal to what? 140 and divided by the summation f. So summation f is equal to what? 60. So this is the example of the arithmetic mean with the help of grouped data. So don't be confused, ungrouped and grouped data. You have the two types of the question. If your question given in the x form, so always sum all these values and divide it by the number of terms. Okay, and if your question given in the x and f both, so first in the numerator you write here the summation fx. We write see here the example summation fx, and after that divided by the summation f. That means the sum of the frequency. So this is the example of the mean. Second one is the median. So median, that means what? Median, before for finding the median, first you write here the mean. We have the two types of the mean, simple mean and the assumed mean. Okay, so in the assumed mean, first we consider the one number and we say here this is the assumed mean. So for assumed mean, so definition of the assumed mean is, suppose given data or mid value of class C is x1, x2 up to xn with class length. Okay, so here x bar is equal to a plus summation d upon n. Sometimes we write the summation I is equal to 1 to n di. Okay, so you write your summation I is equal to 1 to n or summation d upon n, both are correct. Okay, so d is equal to x minus a. X, that means already given in your question the column of x, and a we consider the middle value. Okay, so here x bar is equal to a plus summation d upon small n. Small n is the number of terms. If our question given in the x and f both form, so in the divided we write here the capital N. Got it? So example is find the arithmetic mean. Okay, so here we are given in the value of x. So value of x is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. Okay, and the corresponding value of f is 25, 45, 90, 165, 112, 96, 81, 26, 18 and 12. So in this question, we are given in the value of x and f both. For example, if you are in your question given in only the value of x, got it? So you find here the x bar is equal to what? X bar is equal to sum of all these values. Okay, so sum of all these values divided by the number of terms. So what is the number of terms? Number of terms is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That means if your question given in only the x form, we are given in only the table of x, so x bar is equal to sum of all these values and divided by the number of terms. Got it? But in this question, we are given in the x and f both values. Okay, so first you write here the formula, because of with the help of formula you make the table is very easy. Okay, for making table the process is very easy. So if your question given in x and f both forms, so x bar is equal to what? X bar is equal to summation fx upon capital N, and capital N is equal to what? Capital N is summation f. Okay, so first you have the summation. So see here we have the f into x column. So first we map the column of x into x. That means this is your x column and this is your f column. Okay, so corresponding the value of x, you multiply the value of x and write here f into x. Got it? So here 5 into 25 is equal to 125. 6 into 45 is equal to 270. 7 into 90 is equal to 630. 8 into 165 is equal to 1320. 9 into 112 is equal to 1008. 10 into 96 is equal to 960. 11 into 81 is equal to 891. 12 into 26 is equal to 312. 13 into 18 is equal to 234. And last value is 14 into 12 is equal to 168. Okay. So this is the value of the f into x. Okay. Don't be confused. Sometimes students write here the value of summation fx, that means what? They plus all these values, that means f and sum of the value of x, and after that multiply the summation x into summation x. That means this is the value of summation x into summation x. Okay, but we have only the summation f into x. So first we mark the column of f into x. Okay, after that we add all these values. So summation fx is equal to 5918. Okay, and the summation f is equal to 670. Okay, so write here the formula x bar is equal to summation fx upon capital A. So we write here the value summation fx, that means 5918. Okay, and summation f is equal to 670. This is your x bar. So x bar is equal to 8.83. This is your final answer with the help of mean. Okay, simple way. And if in your question given in the finding the mean with the help of assumed mean, so first we consider the value of A with the help of X column. Okay, so sometimes, for example, in this term, we have the number of terms in odd form. That means, for example, we are given in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the value of X. Okay, so middle term is what? Middle term is 3. So we write here A is equal to 3. Got it? Sometimes we are given in the term is even number of terms. Okay, so in the middle term we have the two values 3 and 4. So you consider 3 or 4. Both are correct. If you consider 3, so 3 is correct, and if you consider 4, so 4 is also correct. But sometimes in your question we are given in the value of f. Okay, and for example, value of f is 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. For example, your question given in this format. Okay, and in case your term is only the number of term is odd. So A is what? A is the middle term. That means 3 is the middle term. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So middle term is 3. But for example, we are given in the number of terms in the even number of terms. That means here in the middle terms we have the two values 3 and 4. If you consider 3, so 3 is also correct and 4 is also correct. But the correct point is what? The correct proper method is that you check here both the middle values 3 and 4. So corresponding frequency is what? So according to 3, the frequency is 13. Okay, and according to 4, the frequency is 14. Okay, so 13 and 14, what is the maximum value? Maximum value is 14. So according to 14, you consider A is equal to 4. Got it? So if your question given in the number of term is odd, so you consider the middle value is your assumed mean. But if your question given in the number of term is even form, okay, so you randomly select between two terms, both are correct. But if your question given in X and F both form, so always check here according to these two middle terms your frequency is what? Okay, so both in the both frequency you consider the maximum frequency. So maximum frequency is what? 40. So according to this frequency your value of X is 4. So you consider E is equal to 4. Okay, so this is the example of the arithmetic mean, that is the simple mean. Okay, so I will continue this topic in our next lecture. Thank you for watching this video.